students. So today we are going to discuss the three equations of motion algebraically. The last lecture we have discussed the derivation of the three equations of motion graphically. Now today we'll do it mathematically. Okay. So first of all, what are the three equations of motion? V equal to u plus at, first equation. The second is S is equal to ut plus half at square, and the third one is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Students, if you have not seen the previous part, first see those previous parts and then come over this. Okay. Now first equation, as I have already discussed. Now what is acceleration? Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. This is the definition, right? So what is change of velocity? The final velocity v minus the initial velocity u divided by the time taken. So just rearrange it. It's at is equal to v minus u just transpose in this side. So we can write down v equal to u plus at. This is the derivation for the first equation. Right. Now, we'll be using this results to derive the second equation and the third equation one by one. Okay. Now, let's go for the second equation of motion. We'll be using this result for that. Okay. Now, what is distance covered? We know that distance covered equal to speed into time, right? But if your speed is not constant throughout, the speed keeps on changing, then we should take the average speed instead of the speed. So the distance covered will be average speed into time. We have already discussed in our previous lectures what is average speed. It is u plus v by 2. This is my average speed and the time is represented by t, and the distance covered is represented by the symbol s. So just simplify this equation. This is equal to s. Now we know that in the second equation of motion there is no requirement for v. In fact, we need a is required. So what we should do, from the first equation of motion we should replace the value of v and substitute u plus at in place of v. So we'll get it u plus at divided by 2, and afterwards just simplify it. This is 2u plus at divided by 2 into time. So s is equal to u plus half at ut plus half at square. This is my second equation. I have multiplied t with u. This is ut 2 by 2 1, and then multiply this. It is half at square. This is the derivation for the second equation of motion. The same way we'll be calculating the third equation of motion. Now see, in the third equation of motion there is no time. So we should replace time for the third equation of motion. Okay. So again we'll start with the same. Distance covered is average speed into time. So this is u plus v by 2 into time. Now what is time from the first equation of motion? If you, it is v equal to u plus at. First transpose v, u, this is equal to at, then transpose a. This is v minus u by a is equal to t. So this replacement we should do for time here. Okay, so we'll have s is equal to u plus v by 2, and in place of time we should write down v minus u by a. Simply multiply the two equations. This is a plus b and this is a minus b. So this is nothing but a square minus b square. If you have a plus b, a minus b, then this is equal to a square minus b square. So use that formula. So this will be v square minus u square divided by 2a. Transpose 2a on this side and you will get 2as is equal to v square minus u square. This is the derivation for the third equation. See, these three equations are very important. whole chapter is based on these three equations, and then numericals will be provided to you. You have to recognize what is the value of v, what is the value of u, time. You have to recognize them, and then you have to solve the numericals. I'll take one or two problems based on these equations, and then we'll go for the next topic. Okay, now students, let's take one example. A bus traveling from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meters square for 2 minutes. Find the speed acquired and the distance traveled. See, whenever you have a problem, the problem that students used to face is कि इसमें u क्या है, v क्या है, मुझे क्या कैलकुलेट करना है. सो सबसे पहले यू रीड इट लाइन बाय लाइन एंड सेपरेट द पेरीमीटर्स फ्रॉम दिस. अ बस ट्रैवलिंग फ्रॉम रेस्ट, रेस्ट मीन्स इट वॉज स्टेशनरी इनिशियली, वो रेस्ट से स्टार्ट कर रहा है, मतलब आपका क्या हो गया, u इक्वल टू 0. दिस इज गिवन टू अस. मूव्स विद अ यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन 0.1 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. ये क्या है 0.1 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, किसका यूनिट है, एक्सेलरेशन. दिस इज द ए वैल्यू गिवन टू अस. देन फॉर 2 minutes, so this 2 minutes is the time. Now one more important thing, whenever we are solving any numericals, first of all we should convert all the units in the SI units. Now minutes this is not a SI unit, so we should first convert it. What is the SI unit of time? It is seconds. So 2 minutes equal to 120 seconds. You should always convert them first. Now what is required? Speed acquired means after traveling how much speed it will get. So v we should calculate. Put a question mark here. The distance traveled, distance symbol is s, so we have to calculate the distance also. These are the two things that we have to calculate. Now go through the three equations of motion, that also you should write side by side and just see which equations can be used. Now we need to calculate v. We have v in this one as well as in this one. If I'm using the third formula, I don't have the value of s. But if I use the first equation, I have u, I have a, I have t. So I'll use first equation to calculate the value of v. So write down the formula first, v equal to u plus at. उसके बाद value substitute कर लो. U is how much? 0, a 0.1 and time is 120. No need to write the units in between. Last में unit आपको एक बार ही डालना है. So this is 12. 0.1 से 0 कट हो गया, it's 12. And what is the unit of speed? It is 12 meter per second. So this is the answer to the first question, A part. Now same way for the second part. I need to calculate the distance traveled, right? Distance I'll be using two. I can use any of the formulas. S यहाँ पे भी है, यहाँ पे भी है, मेरे पास u भी है, t भी है, a t स्क्वायर, मेरे पास सारे पैरामीटर्स हैं. अब इस इक्वेशन की बात करें, यहाँ पे भी आपको a चाहिए, v चाहिए, u चाहिए, वो भी हमारे पास सब v ऑल्सो वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड. तो आप कोई भी एक फॉर्मूला यूज़ कर सकते हो. लेट अस से वी गो फॉर द थर्ड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन. व्हाट इज दैट? 2as इज इक्वल टू v स्क्वायर माइनस u स्क्वायर. इसको सब्सटीट्यूट कर लो. a की वैल्यू कितनी है? 0.1. योर डिस्टेंस इज s, उसको ऐसे ही रहने दो अभी. एंड देन v इज हाउ मच? 12. 12 का स्क्वायर कितना हो जाएगा? u is 0. 12 square is 144. And this is 0.2. s is equal to 144. s is equal to 144 divided by 0.2. पॉइंट हटाओ, यहाँ 0 डाल दो. 2 1s are 2. 720. So this is 720. What should be the unit here? The SI unit of distance traveled is meter. So this should be meter. This is my second part of the problem. So this way you have to solve. जो भी न्यूमेरिकल दिया होगा पहले उसको रीड करो, उसमें से पैरामीटर सेपरेट करो, आपको क्या निकालना है वो भी लिख लो, राइट डाउन द थ्री इक्वेशंस और उसके बाद उसको कंपेयर करो. जो वैल्यूज मिसिंग है अकॉर्डिंगली यूज़ कर लो उसको. ठीक है. Now students will cover the last topic of this chapter, uniform circular motion, in our next lecture. Okay.